Hello everybody, welcome back to Fallout 76. We are here with yet another build, which is probably what's going to happen to me a lot. I'm going to be showing you all kinds of different builds, and why? Because they keep coming out with new stuff that I feel the need to play around with. And this week's build is kind of based around the, what did they call it? It was the Cultist stuff. I saw all the pieces for the Cultist stuff and I was like, this deserves a spooky area. So here I am on the map, basically in the swamp area where we get some good coverage. The nights are really dark. I really like this area for building like a spooky look. But it comes with all these weird pieces that I have incorporated into the build here. Let me get into first person so I don't make anybody nauseous with the way that I move. But it's got all the Cultist pieces, and I didn't realize it, but these lamps right here are actual legitimate lamps. Like, there's bulbs in them. I didn't know that. And I wasn't about to run power everywhere, so I just put candles there. Probably a waste of building space, but it works for now. And yeah, I just went ahead and littered candles everywhere. Inside this little marsh area, we've got the big piece over here, and I've got... Of course, they're going to come over here and bother the serene feel of this area, whilst I'm trying to be all creepy and stuff. And I've got a little scarecrow here in the middle of the water. A tiny little, dock. Jeez. A tiny little dock with Prince right here, and he's so adorable, I just want to pinch his cheeks. Oh, I need to drink something here. Hey, get out of that. Drink something. I'm trying to do a build showcase. Could you please not right now? I will shoot you. I will get my butt whooped, but I'll shoot you. Forgive me all the piles of toad all over the place. I've got a water purifier here. And, oh my gosh. And anyway, then I've got this guy here. And let's just peruse the outside before we actually go inside. Sadly, the build spaces are not huge, but I think it's adequate. The only thing I was kind of disappointed about this area is I managed to get the smoker, the thing that, you know, emits the smoke. It kind of looks like the smoke from the robots, the robo-brains. Anyway, it kind of looks like that smoke. The problem is now that I've gotten it in there, I can't reach it anymore. Which was kind of stupid. It should not have let me build there if I couldn't reach it anymore, but it did anyway. And let's see, we've got some crops spread everywhere, and I've got this. Sadly, I don't actually have the blueprint for this. That is the actual one that was built in my base back at the very beginning, and I just stored it instead of getting rid of it. But whenever it gets really creepy here, you can hear this thing squeak, and it's awesome. And then we've got that. Just kind of stashed over here. This tree is, just so you know, in case you decide you want to build around one of these trees, they're not very spongy. I actually wanted to build all up in the tree, but I couldn't. Just for reference, it took me about 6 hours to do this build because I was fighting with the tree for so long. I actually managed to give myself a huge migraine, and the tension in my shoulders was real, folks, and the cuss words were flying. Back when I first started playing Fallout 4 and building, that's kind of how it felt. This area right here, sadly, we can't stack these things on top of these things and make them look right, and the pillars that you can use to build them up, just, it does not clip right. So I finally gave up and stuck that in front of there, but yes, I showed you the underskirt. You have now seen it. Oh, and there's a bone chine there. And I don't know if you can tell any difference, but I've changed the perspective, the depth of field on my game. I didn't realize that was a big deal until I turned it down and realized this whole time I kind of felt like how I feel without my glasses on. Everything was blurry. So I don't know if that was impacting some of my playability in the game, or if it was impacting my abilities in nuclear winter. All I know is far away I couldn't see, and it's more or less like I'm running around without my contacts and it hurt my brain. So I fixed it, which I have to fix it every single time I come in here because I've got some rhododendrons right there. Another skeleton. Some more of these. See, this is actually how it's supposed to light up. This one's got the power, and it's an okay light, but I like the light of the candles. I really, really do. And I have got our full structure here. I'll show you underneath in just a minute. This is my shop. It's very, very awesome, very creepy. Shut up, phone, nobody asked you. And yeah, I've got all of the, I've got my little My awesome little trophy is so cool. Anyway, shop. I've got all my workbenches in here. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be able to allow people to use your workbenches, get into their stash box, or anything else like that. I mean, if they buy enough and they get over encumbered, you want them to be able to put their stuff away. And, yeah, I've got everything here for them to make. Like, I've got chems in here, so if they want to take it and make something with it. And hopefully eventually we'll get, like, refrigerated stores. They'll have, like, a limited space where you can make some of the more complicated recipes for people to buy. In which case, you know, some of these might be a little bit more useful. And anyway, if we look at the map, I am currently sitting here, and I have got so much stuff for sale. So here's your commercial, guys. Come and buy. Lots and lots of things. And I've got these cultist things right here. These things are so cool. And they kind of, if you watch them, they spark up a little bit, they go up a little bit, and then they go out, which is pretty neat. And then, and yes, I do have it to where you have to bounce around my base a little bit. So it's not quite as easy to get to. I'm pretty sure anybody could get up in here, and it's really not a big deal because there's nothing up here aside from a guitar, because I like to play on my porch every now and then. You know, just because I like playing the guitar. Not in real life. I'm horrible at music of all sorts. And I've got my bed and my fireplace, you know, to keep me toasty warm. And anybody really can use any of this stuff, you know, to rest a little bit and use the guitar before they run off to... I mean, the area that I'm at is... Wow, that tree is huge right now. This area that I'm at is kind of a higher level, so, you know, you kind of want to let everybody walk away from your store with the best possible chance of survival. So I've left everything open for people... Ooh. What are you firing at? Oh. Dude! Don't you touch it! I will... threaten you. Okay. Now... this is kind of cool. You can actually jump up into the tree. It's not very stable, as you can see. Hi! Okay. Hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shop, buy lots of stuff. Anyway, next thing we're going to look at is my defenses. You saw the missile launcher that's over there. I also have... other defenses up here. Now, how did I get up here last time? Oh, yeah. Alright, then I've got this missile turret, and I've got a bunch of other turrets sitting around, and I've got that one right there. I used to have my missile turret sitting up in the tree, which is actually... It is possible to put it up there. The only problem is running the power is a little finicky, and I can't even get that power conduit back out of there. I don't know what happened. The tree is very finicky to build around. It really, really is. But I'm hoping to give it a go again at some point. But that is the base, aside from the resources. I already showed you the water. This area has water, and it has the junk extractor here, which is pretty doggone sweet. And just a little underbase here with some turrets, because I've got rad toads that like to bust down these two walls, so it's just a little bit of protection so I can get down here and take them out before they take out my stuffs. Cool, you bought things! Yay! Let's see, is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I do have plants that are scattered everywhere, just kind of blending in with nature. I hear something. What am I hearing? Don't do it. And I've got some little Windobagos stashed in the tree. I was hoping to add some lights to them. I think I'm going to shift some lights around and put some lights over there so you can actually see them better at night. But I think that is... What is making that noise? I hear you. Where are you hiding? I think they're up there. I hear you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thought you were being sneaky, did you? Here, let's just do it. Oh, come on! Reload! Old-fashioned way. Where are you going now? You're not fooling me up here. I'm not running way up there because I know that there's some Yogwai that like to... Oh, I shot the rock. I shot the rock. I shot the rock! Ow. Why am I aiming at a projectile? Don't do that. Ow. Thank you, Stim Pack. Appreciate that. Anyway. that is this base. So now I have plans for another base already, even though it took me so long to build this one, and a huge amount of headache to build this one. I have plans for another one because I found something in the Vault-Tec store, and it was this. I'm not sure precisely how it works and whether or not you could put legitimate plants in here. I'm kind of curious. I do like the look of this thing, so I don't know whether or not I'll be building again very soon, or if I'm gonna stick it out here for a little while and then find another location to build. But the pack came along with like some cacti and things like that, so maybe that kind of a build would be better in this area. I'm just not sure if I'm ready to move just yet, but it is on the horizon. If you have any ideas on locations to build at, just let me know down in the comment section below any kind of themes that you would like to see. This was supposed to be like a treehouse theme. Thank you for shopping. Thank you. And let's see. Yeah, it was supposed to be a treehouse bog theme. I'm going to wait until nightfall so you can see the night look of it, and I will see you then. Here we are at night, and sadly I've got a bunch of glowy things that should not be there right now, but hold on. Listen to this. I'll see if I can amp up the noise. Not that noise. What the hell is going on? Okay. Anyway, that thing creates a very good creaky noise. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. This is the entranceway, more or less. And I know that's not actually powered. It's kind of not supposed to be. Kind of feel like it's been abandoned and taken back over. Even though I love that sign a little too much to get rid of it. So yeah, that's gonna stay lit up. That's fine. I really wish the frogs had disappeared because they're kind of ruining the aesthetic a little bit. But as you can see, we've got the candles. The candles are lighting it up. I think next time I do a build, I'm going to plan for those needing power. But very little light going on, and most of the light is coming from these torches. And, God, I wish the frogs would go away. I just came back to the base. I went and got myself some serums and stuff like that. I was waiting to build up some money to get some serums. And that's what I've been doing, waiting for night to fall. And then we've got this guy over here. He's nice and creepy. You can kind of... Hang on. Don't start blowing up more stuff, please. I don't want any more bodies. Here. Let's back up. But it kind of looks like somebody's just standing over there, right? It's a little on the creepy side to me. A little on the creepy side. I thought about moving this guy over there so you could get a better outline of him. But that guy he looks like he could actually be someone standing there, so I left him there. To me, that looked cool. And I'm not sure about the texture of this guy's jar. It's just odd. And we've got the lights on here, near the moth. A little bit of light here. And then, of course, we've got in here, and I've got these little guys lit up, so it's a little on the creepier side. I kind of like the feel of how dark it is here. The other base did not get that dark. And then up here, not a whole lot going on up here. Sadly, you know, kind of like in real life. Not a whole lot going on in the bedroom, guys. Sorry. And I do have lights all in the trees. I'm going to see if I can actually go down and you can see them a little bit better. See if I can get a good backup look of it. But you can see the little lamps inside the server's not responding. There's a few lights missing from the inside of the server that's not responding, but I think I'm going to call it there. Whenever the morning mist comes in, it really adds a new aesthetic to this base. So you've got the afternoon aesthetic, the late at night, and the really early morning fog that comes in that really adds to the feel of this particular build. And sadly, I'm going to have to get out of the game and go back into the game because, you know, Bethesda, thank you. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there. I'm not sure exactly where the next build is going to be, but you let me know if you have any ideas on cool little builds that could happen. Right now, I am currently maxed out for my level on the size of the build that I could possibly make, so I won't be adding anything else to this one, just hopefully getting rid of some dead frogs. Man, I hate when those things spawn in. Anyway, I will see you next time. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!